guys, it's Caitlin Fagan of What's Up Fagans, and I'm here with Hometalk to show you what apparently a lot of you hate cleaning is the oven. And I'm going to show you how to clean the oven today with one of my favorite natural cleaning products, which is baking soda. So welcome, tell me where you're tuning in from. We're here in Texas. My camera person is Jenny, and she will be helping out today. And yeah, so let's get started. Tell us where you're from, and today I want to know what you hate cleaning. Could probably be the oven, I know. Okay, so when we're cleaning ovens, like my dirty one, sorry guys, it's really dirty, but I had to keep it dirty so I could do this. Okay, when we're cleaning ovens, one of the first things you want to do is take out your racks. Okay, and I don't like using the self-cleaning oven feature a lot of times, simply because it stinks up my house. And some people say the fumes are actually pretty toxic for you and your pets. So, not very great. I have 4 kids. I don't want to cause them any damage. And as well as the spray oven cleaners you have, they also aren't very good for you. Okay, so you have your oven here. Now, one of the problems with cleaning your oven is that the door is kind of in the way and it's low to the ground. It's a great time to do some squats, right? Okay, but I'm going to show you how to remove your door to make it much easier to clean. So, Jenny, tell me, where are people tuning in from?
Well, so far we've got visitors from Ohio, New York City.
Sweet. Okay, so if you want to come here, you'll see on your oven hinge on your door, you like to have these little hinges here. Okay? You can pick those up on both sides. Okay? So it's kind of a stop there. And then you have to use the little arm strength and pull it out. Okay? Lift it forward. And pull it out. Drop my belt today, guys. Okay, so do this. Will allow you to at least work on the door. Okay, working on the door this way will save your back, and it'll also let you get into your oven a lot easier. Okay. Now is also a great time to take out your bottom drawer and clean inside there. Mine's not too dirty. I'm not going to bore you with that. And also then to remove the bottom drawer altogether and sweep under there and mop under there. I did that before this, so that you guys would see everything under there. I found lots of little toys and cards and pencils. Okay, so removing this also makes it so that when you have stuff that falls down, so go ahead and do that and sit down under there. I'm going to move it so that when anything drips down, it's not dripping into the bottom drawer either, which is really nice, so that you don't have to clean any pots and pans that might be in there. And you don't have to do this trash. Okay. But this way when you clean, there's nothing that's going to drip down into your bottom drawer. So, that's really nice. Okay, so are we ready to get started with this? Should be fun. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is grab some paper towel. And again, if you're just tuning in, we're cleaning ovens today, which I know is everyone's favorite thing to clean. Okay, most of you probably hate it. But tell me about one thing you do hate cleaning, and that's our giveaway question for today. Okay, so one of the first things you want to do when you're cleaning your oven is to kind of remove all the loose debris in here. Squeeze it to the front to make it easier for cleaning. This lifts up just a little bit. Whew. It'll smell a little strongly. Okay, so we want to kind of just get all the loose debris out of the bottom of it, just to make it a little easier to get to the stuff underneath it all, okay? So I'm going to put that in the trash can. Okay. That way I don't have to worry about cleaning through that top kind of dirt, okay? And then we'll set that aside. Okay. All right, next we're going to use just a water in a spray bottle, okay? And I'm going to spray the whole thing really wet, okay? Whew. Get the sides, the back of it, get the whole thing nice and wet.
While you're spraying, Caitlin, we've had some comments that we've got some bad sound. Can everybody tune in and let us know if you're hearing us okay now?
Oh, sorry about that, guys. Are we tuning in okay? Alright, so we're going to get nice and really wet here. Just water in the spray bottle. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty wet. And then we're just going to grab some baking soda. And we're going to liberally apply the baking soda all over the bottom of the oven.
Thank you, everyone, for letting us know you can hear us. We appreciate that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so just keep nice, thick coat of baking soda. Okay, try to get some on the back if you can. It's a little trickier to do the back. Okay, a little on the sides if you can. Don't worry too much because the sides usually aren't as dirty, so it should be okay once you kind of start getting in there to clean that. Put some more in the middle where it's always the worst.
While you're working on that, we are getting lots of comments about people hating to clean their toilet. I'm seeing lots of toilets.
Toilet haters, I get you. Yeah, okay, so we're just going to let this sit now for a few minutes, okay? And we'll come up here and I'll show you then something else. So cleaning with the water and baking soda, some people prefer to do a paste instead of spritzing and then adding it on. Doesn't really matter, okay? So I made a little paste. It's just a little runny, just baking soda and water, okay? And we're going to just apply that on here. Probably don't have enough, but I can make some more. So we'll smear that around a little bit. Woo-hoo! Get my fingers in the tape. So you can just apply that on here, everywhere. Okay? And I'll do the same thing. I don't have enough, but you can then spritz a little more if you want.
Say that again.
You can spritz a little more and cover it really well. Okay? So you can make the paste, the baking soda and water paste, just mix it until it's slightly runny, but still kind of thick. And again, you'll just let that kind of sit on there. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, so as we wait for this to kind of just sit there for a minute, we'll add a little more so I don't make enough paste. But the paste works well. Some people also like to spritz it with a little vinegar. Vinegar and baking soda work really well together. You can get sprayable vinegar. 4 Monks makes one. This is just what I have. But it's already in a bottle. This one's even supposed to be aroma controlled, so if you hate the smell of vinegar, it's slightly better, although it really still smells like vinegar in my opinion. But they also have one that's an orange citrus mint scent, so I kind of like using the orange because it smells more like orange instead of still like vinegar. So, but that works too. You can spritz that on as you clean, and that'll help kind of sizzle it and get that cleaning action going. We'll do that a little bit later if we want to. While you wait for that to clean, you can also then clean off your stove top. I'm going to talk to you guys about these burner pans, okay? So, if you live in an apartment or you have an older stove, a lot of times you have these burners, okay? These drip pans. I hate them. They always turn out like this. Terrible. And I have tried many ways of cleaning them, okay? Baking soda and vinegar I have found to work the best, okay? But, in my opinion, throw them out and get new ones. Okay? I have, like, this is one I cleaned last week. I tried using oven cleaner, which was a new method, and still, just, it gets, like, burnt on or something, guys. So while some of it gets really clean and shiny, maybe if you clean it more regularly than I do, it's not a problem, but, yeah, it doesn't work so great. Also then, I found that a magic eraser, if you get kind of more tough spots on here, so I have kind of little brown bits here, you can use a magic eraser and kind of just scrub off some of those parts, which is kind of nice. You can use baking soda too, I would assume, or peroxide or something, and just clean up around those, okay? So, that's kind of a fun thing to do as you wait. Fun. You guys like cleaning? I hope you like cleaning. Don't forget to like this and share it with your friends who maybe want some help cleaning their ovens. I don't know. Or just because it's a natural way of cleaning your oven. So, all right. So you kind of clean up the stovetop. Also, you can clean underneath here. Lift up the top of your stove altogether. When you lift up the top of your stove, you have to make sure you lift out all of these first. You have to take out the coils because they're stuck in there, okay? So, I don't know if I have room for that, but we'll see if we can squeeze over. Okay, here's my big oven door. Okay, so if you want to take out these, you can lift up the top of your oven, and it'll lock into place, and then you can it'll lock into place. In case you guys didn't know this, I'm assuming most of you do, but you can open it up. Now you can just take a little wet washcloth or a sponge. Most of it should be pretty easy to get up, and you can just kind of clean it up in here. Okay. If there's dirty spots, the baking soda works great, or any kind of cleaner or something. So, have a little tough spot there. You can add a little baking soda or something. Okay.
And while you're scrubbing there, Caitlin, we're also seeing a lot of comments about people who don't like cleaning their windows or have a hard time getting windows clean. Do you have any quick tips for windows while we're finishing the stove top here?
Windows are a little trickier. For sure. When I worked as a custodian in the college dorms, we used, I think it was just like vinegar. Vinegar works really well for cleaning glass because it gets rid of the hard water stains a lot better. But you can mix it then with just a little bit of like dish soap, and that'll help too just break down some of the hard water stains. So.
And I'll throw in for you guys on windows, if you wipe them with your newspapers instead of paper towel, newspaper does not leave debris behind, and it shines up really, really well and keeps you from leaving all the little fuzzies behind as well.
Okay. So, ta-da, beautiful. All right. So, you can also make sure, oh, I have this open, to clean the sides of your oven.
Let's see that real quick.
The side of your oven, because I know ours is really tight with our countertops, so it gets lots of little crumblies there. Okay. So, here you go. Just to do that, okay? Just to wipe it off. It's not really stuck on, it's just crumbs, okay? And then stick it back in. Alright, reattach your burners. Put in new drip pans if you don't want to spend the time and clean them. Unless someone has a really good way of cleaning them. But I've tried ammonia, I have tried baking soda and vinegar, I've tried WD-40, I've tried Barkeeper's Friend. I've tried a spray oven cleaner on these. Seriously, if they're really bad, I feel like nothing's going to get them clean. So, they're not expensive, buy new ones.
So real quick, our question is, what's one thing that you guys hate cleaning? And Connie, I'm with you. She does not like cleaning her cat litter box.
Oh, I don't have a cat. That'd be gross. Yeah. Okay, so that's kind of done. Very good. Here. All right, so we're going to wait just a little bit longer, but I'm going to go ahead and spritz this again with more water just to make sure that it's really wet and that baking soda is working for us so we can do the least amount of cleaning possible. Okay? Because who wants to spend the time scrubbing? Nobody. So, okay? So we're going to get it even wetter. Get the baking soda on top. Really saturated too. Okay? And you see all the brown spots kind of forming? That's where you can see that the baking soda is working. Okay? And we'll get another minute there. And don't forget to tell me where you guys are visiting from or watching from. Okay? And then we'll talk briefly about our oven racks. Okay? So, you can also clean your oven racks. I have found the best way to clean oven racks is to stick both of them in a big garbage bag. Throw in some ammonia, just like half a cup. It doesn't have to cover it at all. But throw in a big bag, double bag it, or use a really sturdy garbage bag. And I'm saying big because I'm from Wisconsin. So, if anyone's wondering. Okay, I might be in Texas, but I'm Wisconsinite. Okay, so you put it in a big garbage bag, and you just add a little splash of ammonia. Stick it outside because it stinks really bad, okay? I usually leave it overnight. If it's sitting in the sun, great, because you usually want the fumes to be working on it. And then when it's done, you come in and all the dirt will just wipe kind of away really easily. And if it doesn't wipe away really easily, you can just use kind of a scour brush and some other things and it'll come off. So I'm not doing that for you because I can't leave it overnight. That'd be a really long life. Okay, so let's start cleaning our oven. Okay, so we're going to take the lovely green scouring pad and we're going to start kind of scrubbing it in, okay? So, and you'll see that it's starting to do its job here, okay?
We've got lots of people tuning in from the Midwest right now.
Awesome. My
Kentucky, Indiana, Pennsylvania. Yep.
Okay, great. So, we're going to start scrubbing this in. It's totally messy, but it's totally working. Okay, so we're going to scrub this in. The scour brush is going to do a good job for us. But when it gets too kind of saturated with stuff, we're going to rinse it out. I have a bucket here just for easy.
And a couple people are just now tuning in. Caitlin, do you want to introduce yourself real quick and let them know what you're using on the oven?
Okay, I'm Caitlin, and I am cleaning today your oven with baking soda and water. That's it, okay? Which is pretty fun that you can use something that's not toxic, like oven spray cleaners, and even using the self-cleaning oven feature, which puts off lots of nasty fumes. So, moving around the baking soda, scrub it in there real well. You can also try using like a Brillo pad or SOS pad. Just make sure it's not going to scratch your oven because we don't really want that. Okay, so we're going to scrub this up real well. Ooh. Okay.
We've got several people tuning in from, well, there's Denmark.
Ooh, Denmark.
Several from Canada. Welcome. I'm seeing several from Texas. That's where we are, y'all.
That's right. All right. And what is everyone's plans for this weekend? I would love to know what you guys are planning to do this weekend. If you're going to be cleaning or if you're traveling. I don't know if school's out for you guys yet. School's almost done here, but not quite. So, although my husband's a student, so he's done his classes right now. But not really. Okay, so we're going to kind of keep working on that.
Let me show you guys what's going on with her oven door while she's rinsing out.
Yeah, so I removed the oven door so that I don't have it in the way, so I can reach the back of my oven a lot easier, which makes that much easier to do. Okay, I haven't let this sit on super long because I'm doing this live, but as you can see, it's, here, let's put some more on there. It starts to work fairly well. So baking soda is kind of a natural abrasive, so that's going to come off the door and everything else, okay? And if it doesn't want to work too well, you can try adding some vinegar and see if that'll help you out. Okay?
Angie, I have to say happy 18th birthday to your daughter from us. That sounds like it's going to be a fun weekend.
Oh, fun! Birthdays are always fun, especially when it's a big one like 18.
And Marguerite is asking, how did you remove the oven door?
Okay, so there's two little clips here, okay, that go over the hinge. You're just going to lift them up at the corner, and you're gonna wiggle it out kind of and pull it forward, okay?
Yep. A lot of people aren't aware their oven door actually can pull off really, really easy, and it goes
really
back
easy.
in place easy.
Yep. So it's really nice, okay? All right. Of course, this is not coming off like I want it to right now. So,
Yvonne is asking what scrubber you're using. It's just the Scotch-Brite,
just
right?
the Scotch-Brite heavy-duty scour pads, okay?
Yep.
You can try using something a little more heavy-duty, like an SOS pad or something, as well, okay? This is not wanting to come off the door very well. Okay.
Mindy is having a baby gender reveal this Saturday. Congratulations.
Awesome. That's exciting. Is it your first baby? It's extra exciting when it's the first baby. But I have to say, any baby, it's exciting in my opinion. Doesn't matter if it's your first or your last. So, okay. So part of it is leaving it for longer periods of time will help it work a little better. Obviously, I haven't been able to let it sit for a very long time, as I'm trying to make this quick for y'all. So,
Ivana's asking, how long do you let it set before scrubbing?
So ideally, you leave it at least 15 minutes, but you can leave it overnight, which works well. If you're going to leave it overnight, it's helpful to kind of come back once and do another spritz and maybe a recoat as well. Or you can kind of do an initial kind of scrubbing like I'm doing, and then come back and do another, okay? So you can kind of make sure to get the sides here as well, and the back of your oven, okay? So, scrub it up.
As you're doing this part, Caitlin, we are getting lots and lots of questions about if you know how to clean between the glass on your oven door.
So I looked that up the other day because I have glass on my door now. Not that I think that mine has a lot of stuff in between there, but there is a special tool. Basically, there's a special tool you need to order that will fit into here. So it looks kind of like an Allen wrench or something, but it's not quite. It's got like 5 points on it, I think.
It's like a 5-point star.
Yeah, so you're going to have to order this specific tool, and you can use it on this side. There's 2 locks, one on this side and one on this side. You unscrew those, and then you can clean it out. But you have to be careful because it's like a spring, apparently, so it can spring up, and you don't want to break your glass. So attempt it at your own risk, or hire someone to do it, or someone who knows what they're doing a little better. I'm not sure if it's a little easier if you take off the door first so it doesn't spring, or you can control it a little bit more. I've never done it because I don't have the tool, but that's how you do it if you want to try it yourself. Okay. So, what was I going to do?
Andrea says it's called a star driver. Thank you, Andrea.
Star driver. Cool, there you go. Okay, so, what I'm going to do is kind of take a sponge now, and I'll just kind of scrub a lot of it, and just kind of start cleaning out some of the baking soda here, okay? And rinsing it off. Because when you're done, you're going to have kind of a residue of baking soda, which you don't really want in your oven for a long time. So you have to make sure you rinse it out really well, okay? Okay, and we'll come back and get the harder spots here in a minute. Okay, but we're going to kind of start gooping it out so I can show you guys quickly how to do this, all right? Without making too much of a mess. So, and again, part of the reason I took off the bottom drawer is because you'll notice we're starting to get some seepage, and this will be going down into that bottom drawer perhaps. And so instead of having to clean that bottom drawer again, or have extra stuff there, you remove it, and then you don't have to worry about it getting on your dishes or whatever else you have down there, okay?
Make sure you guys can see what she's talking about. So she's pulled out that bottom drawer early on in the process.
Yep, because you just don't, it's just out of the way, the door's out of the way, we can get to the back of the oven a lot easier. Scrub, still not that easy. Yeah, cleaning your oven's not that fun because, again, it's hard on your back. So somebody asked, I don't like cleaning. I don't like cleaning my shower and the shower walls because it's the same thing. I have to lean over the side of my tub. I don't really like that because it hurts my back. So oven cleaning's a little like that, and that you have to kind of lean into the oven a little bit. So removing the door definitely helps that a little bit. So.
We have Catriona tuning in from Ireland. Hello, way over in Ireland.
Nice. All right, so what else are you guys doing this weekend? We're supposed to be going camping this weekend, but it might rain, but I think I have to go anyways. Well, that's okay too. So I'm a tough girl. I like to camp. So.
Hey, so real quick comment,
Yes.
Caitlin. So we've got people asking again, what are you using to clean with, and why are you not using gloves? Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. Yeah. So I'm cleaning my oven with baking soda and water. I'm not using gloves because baking soda is not really
not toxic.
It's not toxic. You eat it, it goes into your body all the time. However, it can be abrasive, and so if you're using it for a long time, you might want to wear gloves, as it can kind of just bother your skin a little bit. It hasn't really bothered mine too much, so I'm not that worried about it. What was the other question? Oh, so I'm cleaning with baking soda, and you'll see here that it does a pretty good job. It's maybe not perfect. I haven't let it sit for very long, but as I kind of remove some of the baking soda here, you can see that it's much better. Okay, the majority of the marks are gone. You can clean the back a little better. And again, when you're done, you want to make sure the baking soda is kind of really rinsed out. Now, what I like to do is a little bit of a cheat, where sometimes you'll still get some really black burnt on stuff. I like to cheat a little bit and use something like a flathead screwdriver or a razor blade and kind of just scrape it off. Okay, you want to be careful not to scratch your actual oven, but you can kind of scrape at it a little bit here, and you can get it off without a lot of work. Okay, I use these razors a lot when I was a custodian because they come in handy for lots of things. Okay, again, you want to make sure you got a nice flat, mostly flat kind of angle, so as not to scrape it.
Yeah, don't use the edges because you'll scratch your stove.
Yes, you want to make sure it's always flat, okay? But it helps to kind of just a little quickly remove some of that's maybe you don't want to wait another hour with the baking soda. But you can, again, recoat, which is probably what I would do in this case, because I haven't let it sit very long in the first place, because I'm trying to make it quick for you guys. Okay, so, but if this is something that's still really hard on there, a razor or a flathead screwdriver I've used before, it works really well as well. So, just those little bits left. Okay, but again, you can recoat it with baking soda and re-wet it, and that's not empty one, right? No, I use it all? Okay. So you can recoat it with baking soda and kind of let it sit there again. And again, you want to let it sit for about 15 minutes is the bare minimum, but probably at least 30 minutes to overnight. I like to do it kind of overnight. If you're going to leave it overnight, spritz it again with water before you go to bed really well. And you want it kind of to be visibly wet. Almost swimming, but not quite. And then recoat with baking soda again too, okay? So I would, at this point, I would recoat it and let it sit for another 15 or 20 minutes, okay? I don't really have time for that, and neither do you guys. But again, if there's anything that's kind of still left, you can use a razor, flathead screwdriver, and kind of get those really tough spots off quicker and not have to worry about scrubbing really hard, okay? Woo! My legs gotta work out, guys. Woo! Leg day, okay. So when it's all said and done, make sure to wipe out all the baking soda really well. And then you're going to reinsert your racks. You're going to put all of your oven back together, okay, guys? And you'll clean it up, put the racks back in, put your door back in. I'll show you how to put the oven door back on, in case you missed it at the beginning. Okay, here we go. So, I haven't cleaned off this yet, but when you're putting the oven door back on, use some muscles. If you want to come over here. Okay, ready? So, the hinges, I can go right back where they were. Woo. Put it in kind of a slight angle. Okay. And then it'll lock. That's what it's supposed to do. And then you're going to, sorry, no, there we go. Bring it back down. And then you're going to put these little clips here. There's these little clips. You'll put them back into place. Okay. You'll put this one back into place all the way down, okay? And then you're good to go. But if you want, again, so.
Yeah, let me show how to undo it again real quick.
So again, there's a little lever on the hinge of your ovens, most of them probably, I'm assuming some may not, that all you have to do is lift it up on both sides, and then you can take your oven in and out. So I'll take it out again, ready? And just like that, you can take it out. So that makes it really easy to work on your oven or doing repairs or whatever you need to do. Again, put it in, They'll come back down. Make sure to flip them down. And your oven is good to go. Obviously I haven't finished cleaning it all, and I will, but that's kind of how you clean your oven with baking soda. It's a great alternative to the self-cleaning oven feature, as well as kind of the spray chemical oven cleaners, which those you definitely need to use gloves and ventilation because they're not good for you. So this is a great natural way of doing it, and I hope that you guys will try it and not hate cleaning your ovens, maybe just a little bit less. Don't forget to enter the giveaway question, and don't forget we have a Hometalk Live tonight at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. So tune in for that and hit the subscribe button on this video. Again, I'm Caitlin Fagan of whatsupfagans.com. I hope you'll check me out and my blog as I have a bunch of great cleaning tips over there. And yeah, so come check me out there, okay? Thanks, guys.